Hello, researchers. Now that you have at least 3 topics that you're wanting to pursue for your research paper, it's important to make sure that you have adequate sources within the resources that are provided. So first, let's take a look at the database resources. The address is www.myilibrary.org/Pike with a capital P. So, this is the interface for all of the different databases that Pike has a subscription to. The two that I think are most useful are Opposing Viewpoints and In Context and SIRS Discoverer. Also, you can use SIRS Researcher and Government Reporter. So let's start with Opposing Viewpoints and Context. If you are outside of the Pike server, you will need to enter a password. If you are ever asked for a username and a password, simply use Inspire123 as both. So, since this one's just asking for an ID, I'm going to type in Inspire123. Now I could do some searching. The first topic that I'm interested in pursuing is human trafficking. So I'm going to type that keyword or those keywords into the search box and see what information is out there. Usually at first, Opposing Viewpoints will give you some background information about human trafficking so that you can have a clear understanding about that particular injustice or topic. Of course, you can view to click more. You can also take a look at the newspaper sources and magazine sources over your particular topic, and this might guide you to choosing the topic in a particular area. So as you can see with the newspaper articles, there are 1,839 newspaper articles about human trafficking. So if you're looking for a particular area, you can scroll down and see where human trafficking might be occurring. Let's see, plea to China on North Korea horror. So you might take a look at that to see if that deals with human trafficking. Human trafficking on the rise in Liberia. So you can see that human trafficking is occurring in different areas. So you will definitely choose one area based on how many sources there are for it. Let's take a look at the magazine articles. There are a total of 61 on human trafficking. And just like with the newspaper articles, you can peruse these to see if there's any interest, and then also if there is information over a particular area or country. All right. I'm going to go back to my iLibrary and take a look at the other database to see if there are topics or sources for my topic in SIRS. So I'll go back to myilibrary.org/Pike, and now I'm going to SIRS, and I'll type in human trafficking again. And just like I did with Opposing Viewpoints, I can read about the pros and the cons of the issue. And of course, the issue needs to be something that is going on right now. Again, I could take a look at newspaper articles. And in this case, in SIRS, there are 102 articles concerning human trafficking. So, U.S. accuses Russia, China of human trafficking. And then Amsterdam debates sex trade. So again, as you can see, there are different articles in different areas where human trafficking is occurring. There are 62 results as far as magazine articles, and there are 3 websites sites that deal with human trafficking. So keep in mind, for this paper, you will need a total of 2 book sources, 3 magazine articles, 3 newspapers articles, and then 2 websites. So it looks like there's several things, or newspaper and magazine articles, and also websites. So now let's take a look at books. For books, we're going to go to Destiny, which is the card catalog for Pike Township. So you'll type in the web browser destiny.pike.k12.in.us. Since we are at Pike High School, I'm going to go ahead and search Pike High School first, and then I'm going to type in a search for human trafficking. And it looks like there are 13 results, or I could go to human trade or trafficking. And as far as books, you will want to make sure that your book sources are numbers opposed to letters. Letters are fiction books, numbers are actual true. All right. Let's see, there's one about North Korea and pictures. So of course you can take a look at that to see if there's information that's relevant to your quest. If you don't see any book sources in Pike High School, then you could go back to, let's see, I want to go back to, let's see, Quest Home. Nope. I want to go to, let me just go back to Destiny. And I'm going to see if there's anything at the Pike Freshman Center. You can always make a request to have your books sent from the Freshman Center to the main campus. So they have 4 results. And that, let's see, this book is in gender danger. So of course you could click on it to see, read the summary, and see if that pertains to the topic that you're pursuing. Another option is to go to, actually I think I need to go back to the high school in order to take a look at the digital books. So I'm going to go back to Pike High School, and there it is, Follett Shelf. So I will click on that, and in order to get into this resource, I'll need to enter my credentials, which are the same as I use to log into the computer. And then I could do a search for ebooks. Now I've already checked to see if there are books on human trafficking, and there are not. There are no ebooks over it. So another option is to check the public library to see if there are books. Or you can see if there are books and then go back to the databases to see if there's information on a second topic that you have chosen. So I've already downloaded this book. This symbol right here indicates that many or several people, actually many people, can actually look at this book instead of just one person. So this one, only one person can look at it. Okay? So you can open the book, and then of course take a look at the table of contents. And as you can see, there are different topics based on different regions or areas. So you might choose Brazil as far as child labor or child labor laws. And then a cool thing about this is that you can highlight and important pieces of text, and you can also add notes as well. So you could type in your information there and save it. So now that you know how to see if there are ample sources based on your topic, be sure to narrow your choice down to one. Happy researching!